because according to the LA Times is Julia Wick, a bill for that would allow Amsterdam-style cannabis cafes in California passed the state assembly yesterday on a 49-4 vote and is headed to the Senate. But even if the legislature's upper chamber approves AB 1775, legalization remains far from a sure thing because just this past October, 1990s era Pat Riley stunt double, Governor Gavin Newsom, vetoed a prior version of the bill, citing the state's long-standing smoke-free workplace protections. Wick says that the bill would authorize local jurisdictions to allow licensed cannabis retailers to prepare for and sell non-cannabis food and non-alcoholic beverages. It would also allow the cafes to host live music and other performances. Under current state law, with permitting, patrons can consume cannabis at a dispensary, but dispensaries can't legally sell non-cannabis products like coffee and food, like until recently they could do in Amsterdam. The beef between California and Amsterdam's respective cannabis cultures runs deep. While Californians have been able to buy products at dispensaries since the early 2000s, Dutch cafes have been legal since the 70s. Democrat Assembly member Matt Haney introduced the legislation and framed it as a matter of fairness, arguing cafes would level the playing field for the state's highly taxed and regulated legal weed industry, allowing legitimate businesses to compete with illicit operators who do not play by the same rules. Monday on the assembly floor, he had this to say: "This is a bill that supports our legal small businesses that just want to diversify and do the right thing. The illegal market is continuing to grow and thrive while our legal cannabis market is struggling." Per the article, Haney cited the government's prior veto, saying he had been working to address Newsom's concerns through amendments to the bill. The new version would prohibit cannabis smoking or vaping in back-of-house lounges where food is being prepared or stored, creating separation between where people are consuming cannabis and other work areas. Rather than taking a statewide approach, the bill would put the decision in the hands of local jurisdictions. Should your jurisdiction decide to greenlight the lounges, it would have to hash out all of its own permitting processes and regulations on its own. As our very own Jason Beck knows very well.
Oh, yes.
West Hollywood put a licensing system in place several years ago, and a handful of cannabis lounges operate within the city's 1.89 square miles. The West Hollywood businesses operate with workarounds that separate the food businesses, while no such licensing system exists in the greater city of Los Angeles. The haters at the American Cancer Society, Cancer Action Network, the Heart Association, and American Lung Association have all opposed the bill, raising concerns about health effects of secondhand marijuana smoke, arguing that it would undo hard-fought workplace protections by recreating the harmful work environments of the past. I guess like weed smoke is cigarette smoke. That's what we're trying to say. Americans for Safe Access, on the other hand, says patrons and employees would face no health risks because of the highly regulated nature of such establishments. When the Times reached out, a Newsom spokesperson declined to comment on pending legislation. So, you know, there's no telling yet whether he'll pass it into law or not, but if it does, like Toronto, Amsterdam will be the second major world city in just a matter of months by California to be stripped of all its coolness and left to grapple with the true history of its own harboring colonizers. They not like us. I'm Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High 9 News. Let's talk about it, man.
Oh, man.
I love the Cannabis Cafe out in Hollywood. That's a great place.
You're talking about the OG Cannabis Cafe, correct, Todd?
I am.
Yes. Yeah, I go there on Wednesday nights for their comedy nights.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a great setup. Everyone is happy, right? They're mixing food with weed. Oh, my God. Right. But yeah, it's a great setup, and I love going there. Vegas.
They have beer and wine there too. Now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's funny because you can't have the weed in the beer and wine area, and you can't have the alcohol in the weed consumption area.
You can walk over, have a beer, and then walk back and smoke a joint.
It's actually really quite funny because you have people smoking inside, right? But you have to go outside to have your drink.
Right. It's awesome.
You got to go outside to drink.
Yeah, you got to go outside to the patio to have a drink. Yeah, exactly. I find it extremely ironic. I really enjoy that.
It's pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. I think it's great. I love the OG Cannabis Cafe. I think there should be more general places that people can go and consume cannabis while they're doing their daily routines, like grabbing a coffee, catching up with friends, whatever it is. I think it's good, but obviously this is typical. It's leaving it up to the municipalities, and we all know how that goes. So
yeah,
good luck out there.
The municipalities are going to
all you applicants.
The municipalities are going to screw it up, but at the same time too, this bill previously already made it to the governor's desk and he vetoed it. So I don't really understand why the industry is hyping it up again when I think I'm not sure if they've corrected the things that they would need to do in order for it to pass and get the signature of the governor's office.
Good point.
He said the big change in it was a complete separation of where the food is prepared and where any cannabis.
Yeah, but see, that wasn't their gripe before. Their gripe for why. No, but I'm saying what the statement that the governor's office released was in regards to that they didn't think that they needed more places for people to smoke because there's a number of people in Gavin's administration that do not like smoke in general. And so that was the reason that they vetoed that bill, is because they didn't want to have more areas where people are just sitting around and breathing in smoke.
I think that's an advantage of going to a place. You get to sit around and breathe in the smoke.
I mean, I'm with you. It all depends on what you're smoking. I mean, if you're smoking that boof hay, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to sit in there, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Those spray packs?
Yeah. Oh, you like that, huh? The buffet? The buffet? Mm-hmm.
I like that.
The buffet,
yeah.
The buffet line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Vegas or Nevada just opened some lounges here, and so far so good. Everything's
Are they allowing those lounges to serve food, Todd? Operate as a traditional restaurant?
It depends on the license. There's 3 different kinds of lounge licenses. Ones that can do that, ones that are attached to dispensaries cannot. But freestanding buildings are allowed to do that, yes.
So you basically telling me is that there's 3 different license types. There's the ones that can, the ones that hope to be, and the ones that never will be.
That's right.
That's right. What I heard.
Yeah, that's right.
And snakes.
Yep.
Whatever happened to that? The topless one at the Artisan Hotel that they were hyping up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure it's open yet, but they are still talking about it. And, they have an event literally every weekend over at not called the Artisan anymore. It's something else.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah,
talk is cheap, Todd. We want to see titties and trees open.
I hear you, brother. I will let them know that Jason Beck has spoken.
Yes, please do.
Boobs and blunts.
Oh, boobs and blunts is good, too. I like titties and trees, though.
Well, these trees are good.
Don't forget the women like their little Chatham tanning. So you need logs and fog. I mean, you're gonna have to appeal to both genders.
Oh boy, I don't know.
So you're
about all
gonna
that.
so in the male section, are you saying they should have like bottomless?
I'm just saying I've been practicing my lambada for 15 years now, and should real estate and cannabis not pan out for me, I'm ready. I'm available for bachelorette parties as well.
And shout out
to do what? Right, to do what at these parties?
To respond in Velcro rip-off police officer uniforms to the supposed loud noise complaint.
You heard it here first. Yarrow Kubrin, the cannabis industry's very own Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, right. Shout out to the suitor of music who says Jason Beck declares Gavin Newsom does not want this smoke. Thank you so much for that super chat, suitor of music. Much respect.
Jason Beck, you have better hair than Gavin Newsom.
That part's true.
Here first.
That's a fact. Adam has better hair than Gavin Newsom even.
I even have better hair than Gavin Newsom.
Oh, man. And on that, we're going to go to a commercial and we're going to be right back.